What's up, everybody? This is Tom Taylor with South China Morning Post, and I'm joined today by one of the fastest rising stars on the Bellator roster, the great Valerie Loureda. Valerie, I know you're a busy woman, so let's jump right into this. You've got a fight with Hannah Guy in a few days' time. How are you feeling? How's everything going?
Honestly, I feel good. I'm just a little anxious to weigh in already. After that, I'll be calm and I'll be perfect. But I feel prepared. I am ready, and I'm excited to be in the cage and do what I love to do.
Now, this fight was supposed to happen at Bellator 258 originally, and they ended up bumping it back. Is that a problem for you? Do you just kind of roll with the punches?
No, it was never supposed to happen, and it was honestly a mistake. And I was always told May 21st, so there was no card. But yeah, they announced it weird, and I was just caught off guard.
Right. Well, let's talk about Hannah Guy. She's a bit more experienced than you are. She seems like she's a great grappler. I mean, what do you think of her as an opponent? How do you match up with her?
You know, she's tough. She's from Mississippi. She's going to try to take me down the whole time, like every other girl is for the rest of my career. But honestly, I'm going to fight different, and I'm prepared for anything.
What do you think of the way that Bellator is matching you up? I mean, do you think they're matching you up fairly? Are they matching you up well at this stage of your career?
Yeah, I mean, you tell me. I had 3 amateur fights, and I have 3 pro fights, and I'm 22 years old, you know, so it's common sense. It kind of bothers me when people say, like, that I'm fighting, like, not the best fighters, and, like, they have double the experience I have. You know, I just chose to debut on a huge platform where you're watching my career progress through your eyes, you know?
Yeah, I would say you're definitely fighting some tough women. Tara Graff in particular was very tough. Your win over her went viral.
My first fight, Colby Fletcher, she was a pro boxer. Like, she had crazy wins, and I knocked her out in 1 round with a kick. You know, people need to give me more credit.
Mm-hmm. You've beaten some very good women already. Mm-hmm. That fight with Tara Graff, it went viral for a couple of reasons. First of all, because it was an amazing knockout, and also because of that celebration you had, which was so awesome. How much do you feel like your notoriety and your fame really increased after that win? Do you feel like you gained a lot of new fans from that?
Yes, I gained new fans, but for me, I was just being myself, and it just showed me that people love me for who I am, and that's why I'm going to be a star.
You've talked a few times about wanting to be seen as more than a pretty face. You want to be recognized as a legit fighter. Do you feel like after these wins you've picked up in Bellator, particularly the 2 knockouts, you're achieving that goal? People are starting to take you seriously and recognize what you can do in there?
Well, I was ranked number 8, so it shows me that I'm getting more credibility as a mixed martial artist. And honestly, all I remember is patience. They're going to see as the time passes, and just, Valerie, be patient, keep winning, and you're going to shock the world.
And to these people that aren't on the hype train yet, the people that still doubt you, I mean, and the people that say, you know, you're spending too much time on social media, not training enough, all of these meatheads, what do you have to say to these people?
I say thank you. I say I love you. I say you don't know any better. I say you don't know the way I was raised. You don't know the things I've had to overcome in my life. You don't know that my mom got diagnosed with leukemia when I was 14 years old. I had to be a mom to my 2 sisters. You don't know that 2 months ago my grandpa died of COVID, and I couldn't even spend time with him, and I'm still here making the weight and fighting things in life that would happen that no fighter would be able to overcome and step in the cage so soon. So to them, I tell you, I love you. You're going to see it. You're going to be given no other option than to become a fan. And thank you for motivating me every single day to be a Valerie Loureda and keep shining in the cage.
You've definitely been through a lot. Do you feel like people are too quick to judge based on your appearance and based on the way you comport yourself on social media?
It's the show business. You know, people are going to criticize regardless, and I've learned that. I love it. If there's anyone in the world that was born for it, was for me, and honestly, it makes me happy. It doesn't make me bitter. It just gives me this fire to keep shining, and that's the reason I'm here today.
Looking a little bit further down the road, assuming this fight this weekend goes your way, what does your immediate future in Bellator hold? How do you want the next year or 2 to go for you?
Yeah, I want to fight again before the end of the year. After this fight, I want to go home and celebrate my mom's birthday and my birthday and just have family time and go on a little vacation, and then fight again at the end of the year, and then next year do 3 fights.
And then looking a little further down the road still, I mean, what are your overall goals as a mixed martial artist? What do you hope to accomplish before all is said and done?
My overall goal is to do a crossover of beauty and elegance into mixed martial arts that the world has never seen before, and I want to be recognized as the most multi-talented woman in sports history.
You're definitely on the right track. you train with a lot of killers down there at an American Top Team. You've got Ariane Lipsky there, Marina Moroz. I know you've gotten some excellent rounds in with Ioana and Jacek. She speaks very highly of you. How valuable is it for you to be able to train with women like that of such a high caliber at this kind of earlier juncture of your career?
That's the reason I sacrificed everything and I lived the way I did for 2 years in order to train with the best of the best. You know, when I transferred from Miami to American Top Team, I was waitressing tables and sparring in the morning, waitressing until midnight in order to pay a little studio and be able to train at American Top Team. And they took me in as an amateur. I'm so grateful for that. I told them I would make them proud, and they're sculpting my career. I train around the best of the best, and that's what I have to do in order to be a champion.
Having gotten all of these sparring rounds, all of these minutes in the gym with these amazingly talented fighters, do you feel like there's anything that any opponent can show you in the cage that you haven't already encountered in the gym? Just a flat no, huh? You're ready? Shifting gears a little bit, do you follow what happens in the UFC at all? And if so, what did you think of the big wings we saw from Rose Namajunas and Valentina Shevchenko last month?
Rose, that was a pure taekwondo kick. She shocked me. She shocked the world. Her mentality going into the fight, I'm the best, is so inspirable, and, you know, I admire her a lot. Georgie, I love him to death. You know, like, it sucks, but he's going to come back stronger, and, you know, he's a big part of my MMA career right now, and I can't wait to go home and be able to see him on Saturday, hopefully with a win. He helped me co-weight for this fight, and yeah, I mean, and Edson Barboza that fought last week, an amazing kicker from American Top Team. I relate a lot to him. He watches me spar, and I see myself as a female version of him.
You mentioned Jorge. I wanted to ask you about that. I mean, I know you're quite close with him, but he's he's kind of been out of the headlines since that fight. How is he doing? I mean, how does his demeanor seem to you?
No, he's amazing. That doesn't change him as a fighter. I'm so proud of him. Every Cuban and everybody in Miami is proud of him too. You know, he sold out that arena, and he has done so much for the sport, and he has really, he just really is like the face of MMA in Miami, and he was all over the world. I'm so proud of him. He's amazing. He's going to come back stronger, and I've never seen him train as hard as he's training now.
Awesome. People love to compare the UFC and Bellator rosters. You know, there's a lot of disagreement over which roster is better. I mean, where do you stand on this? How do you think the two rosters stack up?
You know, it's two different promotions. You know, we've seen what Chandler has done in the UFC, you know. I don't know. I just know that I love Bellator. I'm so happy here. I could brand myself. And this is going to be where I'm going to stay at for a while.
Yeah, so you really plan on staying with Bellator long term? You like how it's working for you there? Mm-hmm. Awesome. Well, let's circle back to the fight this weekend. Why is this a fight that people need to tune in for? Why should people make sure they're tuned in for your fight specifically on this card?
Because any fight I have, I'm never going to grapple someone against a cage and give you a boring fight. Like, I was born to be an entertainer. If you want to watch a fun MMA fight and two girls like bang, like, it's me, you know, like, I'm always going to be a dog in there. I'm always going to give it my all, and I'm always going to give you the best performance. I just want everybody to be lit at home, having fun watching my fight, and, you know, enjoy it as much as I am. So I'm just an entertainer, I'm a performer. I know everybody's going to love watching me. And if you want to see a show with Valerie, a dramatic show, just tune in.
Amazing. Maybe drinking some of Jorge's mezcal while they're at it, right?
Exactly. I want everybody drinking Jorge's mezcal and watching me fight.
Awesome. Well, last question for you before I let you go, Valerie. Do you have a prediction for this fight? Is there any particular way you see it going?
First round knockout.
First round knockout. You heard it here first. Now you have to watch it and see it happen. Valerie, thank you so much for the time. I appreciate it. Best of luck this Friday.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.